All right, so we've used Munch to chop up our videos. We've used Guide to create SOPs on how to use the system in our own business. And now I'm gonna show you how to use AI assistants, or digital assistants in my case, to drive the traffic from that content that you created into a funnel of AI answering questions and queries and qualifying, and we're gonna drive them into our pipeline where we can then set a meeting with them, show them demos, do whatever your goal is, and we are going to use the AI to save us time and answer questions faster so that our customers have a better experience and so our prospects don't go somewhere else because we gave an immediate response. So to do that, we used Munch, we did Guide, and now we're gonna use digital assistants. So you can see here, I have a lot of employees that I've created using these digital assistants, and I'm gonna show you how fast it is, and then I'm gonna show you while that's creating one that I've already done and show you how it actually works in real time. So this is what I've created for me. I've gone through and I've put in my goal, my purpose, and I've created these stages. We're not gonna go through all this today. It takes probably 30 minutes to an hour to show all that. If you decide that you want to learn how to use these, by all means, I will show you how to use them. We can set up a call. I will demo it for you, and I will teach you how to do this. It doesn't take that long to do it. Really cool tech. So the user interface is one of the things that I like the most about this because you just don't have to stress about it. It's here and it's easy to use. So we're gonna go in and we're gonna create one. So I've already taken this one, Sunny, and I'm gonna copy these prompts because it's just super easy. This one's gonna be NLP techniques, and it's gonna have empathy to answer questions about implementing AI in your business. This is one that I use that's not going to necessarily try to get somebody to buy, but it's gonna answer questions on a completely level playing field. And then if they want to book an appointment, then they're gonna get my link here to do that. And I'm actually gonna take this next step further. We've actually gotten this worked where it'll conversationally set the booking, and we will play with that on this video and I'll show you what it looks like. So I've already copied this. We're gonna go back out here and we're going to create an AI employee. We have templates in here already built out, so the goals will be set here. So appointments for a demo, for a new appointment, all these, we've got so many, purchases, follow-ups, they're already done, they're already templated, but I like creating custom AI because that gives me the ability to control exactly what I want, which allows me to put my personality into it. And that's really what I want to do, right? I want to duplicate myself. So to do that, I put in my personality. So we're going to go custom here. So the conversation goal, I'm going to paste that right there. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this tab here, and I'm going to go back into my assistant, Sunny. And then I'm going to pull out the purpose here again, purely for time savings. I've gone in and messed with that other bot and I've customized a little bit. I just want to show you how quick and easy we can build this in into the system and create one. So the industry, I'm going to call it AI Fusion, which is my industry that I've created. We do AI fusion. So what that means is we fuse AI into your business and we make it as seamless as possible. We want to enhance your employees. We're not trying to replace them, but if you're a solopreneur, this is a great place to start. A lot less expensive and more efficient than most employees are actually. We're gonna do Maverick Solutions. The name, we're gonna call it Donna, because I like suits. All right, AI employee role, we're gonna call her Badass Customer Concierge. Create. So now it's gonna come up with this clever little thing. Is AI born or made? Either way, we're creating it now. Please wait a minute. So while it's doing this, I'm gonna come back over here. This is only gonna take like 3 to 5 minutes max to create an AI, and I'll show you that. But over here, we're gonna pop in and I'm gonna show you how it actually works, but I'm gonna show you mine. This is literally the one that I have connected right now. If you text our number, this is responding to everybody, and this is how I funnel everybody from my content to get them to an appointment, to book a sales call, so then I can get them to buy my AI assistants. So everything that I do is built out to help you get to this point. So I have everything in here answering questions, and we're going to test chat mode. So what it has here first is the opening message, which you can customize. You can do all these, I already have them set up. So this is gonna be what you get if you have an initial conversation. So this is more for outreach. So let me show you that actually really quickly. If I go into assigned work, I can set up right here the max number of messages I wanted to send in a 30-day period, and that's in manual mode. I can do hunting mode that allows me to set this up, and then I can choose an automation that I want it to trigger off of. I can choose a tag that I want it to trigger off of. And then now it's going to hunt for those specific people with those tags. So let's just say that I have somebody, the way I set this up, so we'll go back to the stages here. So I do I did a new one and I got rid of those stages, but let me go to this. I apologize for the delay here. No, I've got a lot of these, so it's hard. So I'm just gonna search for me because I named it myself. So Ross, this one. Okay, so what I did here is I have a long nurture campaign. This means that if they're gonna be 3 months or more out before they're interested in integrating AI into their business, that I'm gonna put them into a long nurture campaign, giving them as much value as possible to help them grow their business to the point that now they get into a short nurture campaign where they're ready to get this going now. And I can then help them set up their AI employees. Mid-nurture campaign, hey, they're ready to roll. They're just a little bit nervous about it. So I'm gonna put them into a campaign that's gonna send them email and text messages with information about what's going on in the AI world and how it's really helping them grow and scale. So short nurture is, hey, 2 weeks or less, I want this in my business, I want it up and going. So we need to book an appointment quickly so that I can show them what they need to do. And at that point, I can get them a demo, we can get it set up a time to get this integrated into their business, and we get rocking and rolling. So now I'm gonna take that back to my active one, which I need to add those stages. I went through and redid this because that one wasn't quite doing what I wanted to, and I forgot to add those stages in here. So keep in mind they're not here. But let's say I had them in here. Now I can go to the hunting mode, and I can do the tags by short nurture, mid nurture, and long nurture, and that will kick off any of those people that are in that category. So I want to assign this to hunt for anybody that's in a long nurture. Now that tag is going to allow them to get just the long nurture content. Now I can take another one, I can duplicate this AI that's only targeting mid nurture. I can duplicate it again and only target short nurture. And that's a way that I can really build the automation in with the AI and drive people into value and then drive them to purchase my product. Same thing that you'll do. You can set up a mid, long, and short nurture campaign that you can drive value to then get them into the point where they're buying. We all know if you're doing any marketing, right? There are different levels. It's, hey, I don't know who you are, so you got to build know, like, and trust. Then I know who you are. I want to find a little bit more about what you're into, the things that you're doing. Now I get down to, okay, I know what you're about and I'm about ready to implement into my business. That's kind of where I built that around, right? I want them to learn about me, then learn about my products, and then be ready because they know, like, and trust me to buy from me. And that's what I'm building into this, is that know, like, and trust factor that my AI is handling and my content is handling. And even still, you can add in each one of these, so you give it its own prompt, so understanding. So here, if I'm building this for somebody, what I want to do is link this by phrases. So the title here then has a description. The description should then say, if this happens, it leads to this. And you build that out every step of the way with keywords that will let people know. So here even, I have my affiliate links for these programs. And my AI is gonna hand those out. And you can see in here, never send them a system recommendation for Munch or Guide without the link. Why? Because if I just say, hey, I recommend Munch or Guide, you can go to the website and get that yourself. Well, I provided that for you. I'm at least gonna give myself a shot to use my affiliate link to sign up. So I don't want the AI to answer that without sending the affiliate link. So every time it sends it with the affiliate link. Really, really cool the way that works. So we're gonna go into testing mode here, and I'm gonna show you how mine works. So technically, this is gonna be starting in the testing mode as if it was doing an opening message. That's more of an outreach. So it's hard to demonstrate this. What I really like is I need to figure out the tech to where I can text you, you can see my phone and see the conversation that's having the whole time, and then you can see it on the back end, which in conversations, you can see the last one that came in was this guy named James, I believe. Yeah, I'm not gonna show you all his stuff. So let me get back in here, sorry. I try not to blast people out there, but this guy named James texted me, he wanted information. I put the whole conversation that's redacted and edited on my Facebook page. If you wanna check that out, go ahead. But that is how it looks whenever someone texts in from that. This is gonna be as if it's hunting mode and it's reading out. So, hey, this is Ross, your AI Fusion Specialist at Maverick Solution. What's up? I saw one of your videos about AI and would like to know more. So now this is in testing mode, so it's completely on the back end. This isn't interacting with anybody, and it's just a way for me to see if my stages are working correctly. In here, you can see it's progressing the conversation, stage 2 default, which is going here, understanding requirements. That's great to hear. Love to help learn more about AI and how it can benefit your business. Can you tell me a bit more about your business and the specific challenges you're facing? I want to get more leads in, but I don't want just anyone. Can AI help me qualify leads as they come in? So now it's going to answer based on that, and we'll see what it does. So in the meantime, I'm going to come over here, and you can see this has already trained itself. And I didn't do anything else. I've not done anything with this system at all other than type in the conversation goal and the purpose that we saw I copied and pasted. It created these stages on its own. So opening messages, already did this. You'll want to edit this, but I kind of like it actually. Donna with Maverick Solutions, we're excited to help you explore the benefits of AI fusions. How are you today? And it starts the conversation. This is Donna from Maverick Solutions, blah, blah, blah. And this one's the one I laughed at when I first read it. This is Donna, your badass customer concierge at Maverick Solutions. I'm here to answer any questions that you have about AI implementations. How's your day going? And it starts the conversation. So now it seems very like it's somebody messaging you, and it's going to end up doing that. Now it also automatically set the opening message attempts. So I can try again in minutes, hours, or days, and I can change the number over here. So it will actually stick to this schedule. Really, really cool. Down here, we can set the improvise. So auto mode, send the AI message to the customer automatically. And improvise is this: when the agent is not confident in the response of what to do or what you want it to do. If the agent doesn't have the answer to a question in its training data, it can make attempts to avoid answering the question to make an effort to answer, which may provide inaccurate information. We don't really want that, so I don't usually leave it in auto mode. You can do manual mode, which is going to hold it, and it's going to let you approve it, and it's not going to send to the customer, but it's going to send you a notification. That's actually a really good one. I usually leave it in manual mode, or I will put it in rollover with a notification mode. So what I do is this: I'll be like, hey, that's a great question. Let me back to you with a great answer. I'm in the middle of a meeting, and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. Focus on this answer. And now that's going to send that message to the person that would ask the question that the AI didn't know. It will then trigger a human rollover so that I can answer that question, and then I can go back into the training data, copy that question, and copy the answer that I gave back into it. And the next time the AI is actually going to answer that directly, instead of handing it over to me, it's just going to answer it like I told it to answer it. Really cool. So I'm going to save that way. So you'll actually see that pop in. I'm gonna ask it some stupid question that it probably doesn't know the answer to. And remember, I put no training data in this. So if I go over to AI training data, you can see all of my training data are here. I can swap out any training data. So if I didn't want to actually train this, I could take it over here to Maverick Solutions and put it into the training data I've already created. But you can see there's nothing in here, and I'm not gonna put training data in. I want you to see how cool this is without the training data in there. So we have the opening messages, not gonna mess with those. Introduction, already put this in here. I'm not gonna edit anything. I want it to say it's the badass customer concierge. I think that's kind of funny. And you'll see how it works and how much it pulls from your prompt on what it actually needs to do. Understanding the user needs. I didn't do any of this. What we did is we put in the goal and we put in the purpose, And we actually sent that to the AI to then create this for us because of the framework that we built around this. That's one of the things that sets us apart from anybody. There's nobody else out there using AI to create AI except for ChatGPT with their custom GPTs. We built this out before they released their custom GPTs, and then I saw that happen and I was like, holy shit, my devs who did this were genius because they just did it before ChatGPT came out with it, and I was super pumped. But anyway, you can see all these are already in here. And you may be wondering what the hell all of these colors over here are. These link the conversation. These are the conversation stages. So you can choose where you want it to go. So if the introduction comes in, I don't really want it to jump all over the place. I can go down here and I can choose where it goes. So I'm good with introduction, going to understanding the user's needs, providing information, addressing queries, but I don't really want it to end the conversation there. If you get out of whack out of any of it, this will end the conversation anywhere else, but I'm not gonna let it end in the introduction. See, there are use cases that you may wanna do that. If it's a negative, actually, let's just do this. Let's do a negative topic. So over here, negative response. We all get that as salespeople, right? Somebody tells you to go screw yourself, kiss my ass, whatever it is, you can do that. So if the So if the person gives a negative response, proceed to the end conversation and nicely let them go. So we're gonna save that right there. So now you can see it's not linked to anything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to come over here to introduction, and instead of going to end conversation, we're gonna link that to negative response, okay? So we're gonna save that. And every step of the way, I've gotta go and add this negative response. And it's this easy, just click it, save, and move on. I think I just, no, in conversation doesn't need to be there. So negative response, right now, it's in looking forward only, or next stage only, or all stages. I'm gonna put it in custom, and it's gonna be able to go to end conversation, okay? So that is the only one that this can actually link to, although it's saying it's because the rest of them are linking to it. Yeah, this one is linking back, but we're good. So we're gonna save that. And now I'm gonna come over here, now that you've seen how easy this is to work with. Oh, and by the way, you can do trigger actions. So if I wanna add a tag so that I can easily get them there, or I wanna add the long, mid, and short nurture campaigns, I can add tags for each one of those. And now it's gonna allow them to trigger an automation that puts them into that stage. You can add them directly to an automation if you had it. You can add them to your pipeline. You can remove tags, remove them from automations, delete them from a pipeline. Human rollover, so if it goes into addressing queries and they don't know it, I can put them on a human rollover. You can have it resolve the conversation, and then you can have it collect data. This one's actually really powerful. So if I get to the point where, let's just add a booking stage. So I want to add booking. If the person to book appointment, either, if I could type, send them the link, or you can book with them directly. So trigger action here is going to be calendar booking. So I'm gonna do this one because I know it's a one-time meeting, and I'm gonna set it up for my demos, and we're gonna click OK. So now, booking, I'm gonna drag this up here, put it in the middle, and you can see it automatically changed from not connected to anything to these. That's because it's set on forward-looking only. So I'm gonna go custom, and I'm going to put this on end conversation. I'll also let it go back to providing information and addressing queries. That's the only place I wanted to go after booking. Okay, so now I go back here and I want to add, I don't want them to be able to book directly from introduction because I want to be able to qualify them a little bit. So we're gonna go to understanding users' needs, and we're gonna add them booking. Providing information, we'll book. Addressing queries, we'll book. Closing, we'll let it book. So I didn't even read what closing said on here. If the users express interest in talking with AI in the next 2 weeks, provide them with a booking link. Cool. So that's already there. So that will link to booking and that'll automatically go to that stage. End conversation, we're good. Okay. So this is very quick. We're going to demo this one. I'm not going to demo mine. I can. I've already been demoing it, but I want to show you how this works from the very beginning. I'm good. And you can see how this continues the conversation. This is back to mine again. I'm going back and forth, but it gets kind of something I want you to see. One that's already completely put together, has training data. I've already linked all these stages where they're supposed to go versus one that we're creating from scratch. So I'm glad to hear that. We're back to the one that I just created again, by the way. I'm glad to hear that. What specific challenges and goals are you looking to address in your business? I want to qualified and I actually hope this tricks it because I want to drive them to book with me. It might think that they want to book an appointment with Donna. Let's see how that works. It didn't. It knew the exact context. So here's one thing I want to stress and make very clear, right? AI is fantastic at data recall and pulling world knowledge, right? It has access to the entire internet. Us as humans, we don't. We have to type, we have to talk, we have to do whatever we can, and then we have to pull it in. This thing does it like that, but it has zero reasoning skills. You go into ChatGPT and you're like, hey, I want to buy an AIVA Digital Assistant from Maverick Solutions. It's not going to have any idea. Like, I don't have anything set up where you can purchase online, anything, because I want somebody to be able to have a demo, see it, go through it, make sure it's for them. I don't want people getting a bad experience. So I've not allowed anybody to purchase online, which means that ChatGPT can't find me, can't pull, can't crawl my website to say, oh, here's the link to do that. You have to book an appointment. What we've done here is we've taken and we've added the reasoning. That's what all of this is. This is the structure. This has reasoning. We put guardrails on it. We put the context in that the AI doesn't have any other way. So now it's driving it through and you can see the stages that it's going through to get them to book an appointment. Great, AI can help you optimize your marketing efforts and target the right audience. Have you considered using AI to personalize your marketing campaigns? Yep. We use GPT to create content, Munch to chop it up, and now we need something to help qualify and drive them to book. I didn't train it on my company. I don't know if it's going to answer this question the right way. I don't even know if I put in here. I did not. I didn't put anything about my company in here. So let's see what it pops up with. Sounds like you're ready to you already made a great progress with GPT and Munch. Maverick Solutions can help you. That's so cool. I didn't even train it on this. It just probably knows it because I've been building so many AI bots, and also it has my booking link in here. So it pulled in something. I don't know where it came from, to be honest with you. But the AI now does this. It's so intuitive that it just builds this out. And it automatically gets to book. Now, because I turned this booking on here, I'm gonna see in the booking stage, I told it to book, send them my link, or you can book with them directly. I don't know how this is gonna turn out. Okay, so what this has done is it took my calendar, and on my calendar, I have this built in. So let me show you. So in my booking settings, I have everything set up here. So I have everything set up here. And what I did was I created a form. So AI Fusion strategy session is asking for the first name, last name, email, and details that you want to discuss. So now that you've seen that, we're gonna go back here. I really hope I didn't just screw that up. Pretty sure I screwed that up, I'm sorry. Haha, it's still there, I did not screw that up. Okay, so now what it's doing here, it's gone, see it went green. This means it's hitting its objective of booking. Stage 5, booking. And because I added that trigger action, it's going to ask the questions for everything that I have here. So I'm going to go with Jimmy World is my name. at is my email to talk about AI. Talk about AI assistants qualifying leads. I'm gonna leave that typo in there and we're gonna see if it catches it. But what this is doing on the back end is it's filling out that form for the booking, and it's required. You cannot book with me unless you give me this information. Obviously I put in fake information here, but it's not gonna know that. Okay, so great, I've got the information. I'll schedule a meeting for you with our AI future specialist, blah, blah, blah. Is there anything else you'd like to discuss in the meantime? Let's ask it another question. So I'm gonna ask it if there's anything else that I need to ask before scheduling with a specialist. See what it does. So the other thing too is it said I'll get back with you shortly. That probably did a human rollover on that. And it's because it's brand new. It should have gone through and said, here's some times. So what it did is it did a human rollover, which allows me to then book. Also, let's see. Yeah, it didn't do what it was supposed to do there, which is completely fine. Because now I can go back in here and I can say, link. And I'll add my booking link here. And we'll save. So now if I were to reset this conversation, I'm not gonna go through and waste you guys' time on that, but if I were to reset this, now it would send them this link directly and it would allow the person to book. So let me show you what that looks like here. So if I were just to open this, it then takes you to my calendar where you can choose a time and book. So that's it. That's how I take and I funnel my content. I shoot the long form content, and what I do is I use ChatGPT to help me organize that content, get it there. I use Bard to pull in SEO words so that I'm using the right topics to get my audience engaged. Then I shoot the content. I have my editor actually go through and edit it and do all of the long form edits, and then I have them throw it into Munch and they will chop it up into shorts. Then they'll take those shorts and edit it and put my logo and everything at the end. Then if I want to use guide, I can do that. That's a whole different process, to be honest with you. This is more for my internal SLPs. But then when I put out the short form content, I link my phone number. So if you go over here to my AI employee, you can see on mine how I have it set up. I go into communication tools. I have it set up for my phone number and SMS. So what I do is I link that SMS number to all of my content on social media. So now whenever people see my content, they have a way to reach out to me, and I don't link any other social media platforms, anything like that. I've trained my AI assistant on all my socials. I've trained it on any other contact information that I want somebody to have, and they can use that to contact me. If we need to send them an email notification. So like for some of the businesses that I set up, they send out coupons. I don't do coupons, but some people do. It will allow them to send an email with that coupon in it, and it'll have the AI take care of that. If you don't want to use the SMS in our system, you can use Plivo, Twilio. You can just do a webhook. This is how I connect social media to it. You can use Zapier and Pabbly, but if you wanted to, you can enable your webhook directly here. Inbound and outbound is available. It's super cool. So everything that you need to funnel that into your appointment is in this system. So this is really the meat and potatoes, right? Munch chops up all the video content, saving time. And then I attach the number, and then this has a conversation. I also use this as an internal trainer. So as I hire sales employees and other employees, I'll train SOPs on how we do things, and the AI is gonna answer that. So anything that you need to funnel all those leads in from your socials is here. So we go from Munch, then we attach the phone number to it. We allow them to text it. You could even do this in a chat widget if you want to, or put a link so they can click the conversation, however you want to do that. But you have everything you need to set that up here. It then funnels them in to book with what you need. Really cool. This is where the meat and the potatoes comes in. This is where AI monetizes in my company. And I want to show you how to monetize AI in your company as well. And again, I hope this provided a ton of value. If you have any other questions, let me know.